was on Monday when the doctor confirmed that I was pregnant. I went and shared the good news to my husband, but he never seemed to like it. He insisted that I have to abort the child since he is not ready to be a father yet. I felt so disappointed. On the Labor Day, I asked him to call an ambulance, but he said he has nothing to do with me or my stupid child. I called the ambulance myself, and now I got my beautiful baby girl with me, but he's nowhere to be found. He came the following day, looking very angry. The doctor tried to convince him that kids are gifts, but no one could change his mind. He said I have to leave the baby at the hospital if I want our marriage to stay, but I left and went home. Few days later, he said he loves our daughter and he's willing to change. He went out with her for the first time very happily. Little did I knew he was cooking something I cannot bear to eat. When he came back at the evening, he said he left our daughter outside. He is tired of seeing her every time. So I went outside looking for her everywhere. I could not believe I just lost my daughter, but luckily I found her behind the garbage and took her back home. My husband was very angry at this point. He asked me to choose between him or our daughter. I had no other choice but to choose my daughter. He left home and told me that he will never come back again. He said I'm not supposed to live with him since I disobeyed his wish. I was now stranded. I had no work, so I started looking for work here and there without no avail. My daughter was here crying with no one to help me. I started selling my expensive jewelry so I can feed my daughter. Life became so hard for us. All of my friends had turned their backs on me. I had no parents I can run to. It was only me and my helpless daughter. I called one of the doctors who gave me an idea of sharing my daughter's story on social media. That's what I did. And within a minute, people from all over the world commented and they were impressed by my boldness of coming out to share my story. In few days, I started having visitors from all over the world. My daughter for the first time had a better medication. She can now feed well. I was so happy. I could hold my happiness. In few months, my daughter has become a celebrity. Everyone want her. On social media, they can't wait to see her. Our lives have finally changed. Few years later, she became one of the most important people on social media. She got promotions offers. She changed my story from grass to grace. We can now smile at our previous situation. Every day was a different successful story. I never regret having her. Instead, I'm thankful that I kept her. She was a bundle of blessing in disguise. One day, as we were having a mother and daughter talk, I got a call from the hospital. My ex-husband who left me years ago is now admitted at the hospital. We went to see him. On that hospital bed, he could not hold his tears, seeing that our daughter is now the talk of the world. He said he regrets every word and action he took. He was sorry for all of his mistake. My daughter is a kind-hearted girl. He started to recall everything he did. When he left us, he went and got another woman pregnant. He got a good-paying job, but when I called him for help, he would not even answer me. He even went to an extent of hurting her, and he was happy about it. I suffered alone with my daughter, while he was making fun of her, seeing her as nothing, treating her less human, making jokes out of her. He never helped me in any way. He even went ahead and brought another woman in our house, saying that is his choice and not me and my miserable daughter. He enjoyed it when the other woman mistreated us. He went down and down. The other woman left him because he could not pay the bills anymore. She started mocking him, calling him a loser, since he left his family for a fake woman. That's when his health status started. We had no choice but accept everything and forgive everything. Though he could not make it, he passed away few days later. We are living a better life now. My daughter is now out of the country to inspire other women all over the world. Never feel sorry for your current situation. Nothing is permanent and everything is seasonal.